What's up everybody, today I'm going to be offering some help, some pointers on how to dodge the waterfowl dance and how to beat Malenia without it being a complete and total cheese. And for that individual type in the comment right now saying that he got her on his first try, you can take your fingers off your keyboard. We know it is enormous.
I wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind, and I have never known defeat.
Nero's great-grandmother is pretty much telling you flat out that she's fixing to run the fade on your ass.
DJ Khaled, we the best! Who we nigga?
In those heavenly ruins, my life was cut short by the edge of a goddess's sword.
So you've tried everything, and you're stuck in this hallway, walking back and forth, doing the walk of shame over and over and over again. The DLC's right around the corner. How are you going to beat Mesmer the Impaler if you can't even take care of this rot thought? Well, I'm going to try to teach you how to give her the finger. This attack here is probably what's cutting your life expectancy short, but I'm going to try to teach you how to dodge it. Once you take 20% of her health, she is going to waterfowl. So as soon as you do that, get some distance, roll back, run, jump, roll into her, roll away, roll back into her, roll back. This one's pretty much the same thing, only you're not right up on her. If you're already got a little bit of distance and you're running away from her, you're in better shape, like right here. Run, jump, as soon as she hits the ground, roll into her, roll back. Now, to a certain degree, you can kind of control when she does her waterfowl dance. Now, she can pull it out at any time once you do that 20% of her health anyway. But if you get the proper distance and then immediately cast a spell, throw a pot, anything to make her aggro, she will go into a waterfowl dance about 80% of the time. And this one is way easier to dodge. This is pretty much the same thing, only I didn't jump or anything, so she tracked me. But roll into it, roll out, roll back, and she can pull it out whenever she wants to there. But right here, roll back, roll into it, roll back into her. You might get nicked, but it's better than taking massive damage and dying. But you can even throw a rock, make her aggro, then run. She's only going to do it 3 times, so the last one just roll through it. Hell, you can even walk through that one. This one's the same thing, it just looks scarier because it's got the rot.
You're so right!
This is how I get away from this. I literally just run, jump, roll. Alright, just a few pointers that may help some new people out. I'm using pickled turtleneck. I'm also using the blood-boiled aromatics to boost my stamina, which I have quite a few points invested in stamina, I think around 40 or 50. Either way, also you can turn off that intimidating ass music, and that will help you focus more on the fight, and instead of the background, everything that's going on around you, it doesn't make her seem as intimidating. And while you're learning the fight, there's nothing wrong with spamming your Ash of War like I'm doing right now. I'm only doing this basically because I know people are going to be using this as a tutorial, and when you're using your Ash of War, it's easier to keep your distance from her rather than trying to get in close and get consecutive light attacks, or you can do thrusts. Those are usually relatively safe. Nothing's 100% safe. She can always get you one way or another, if you don't roll in time, that is. But if you try to go in and you get too greedy doing light attacks, she's gonna insta-kill your ass. But yeah, usually spamming your Ash of War is pretty frowned upon, but this is a tutorial. I wouldn't get into a bad habit of doing it constantly if you want to be considered what they would call, I guess, a good player. But if you want to make it through the fight, at least without, it being a complete and total cheese, this is definitely one way of doing it. But right there, that was completely and totally my fault. Everything that she does can be dodged. Everything that she does can be rolled by. The hardest thing that you're going to have to deal with is when she goes up and does her waterfowl dance right dead in your face. You can either roll backwards real fast like I did earlier, or you can run around her in a circle, which is hard as shit. There's also another option where you can go just to the left to her prosthetic, and as soon as she touches the ground, you have to roll to the left. and then you have to roll out of it, but it's pretty hard to. But either way, it's going to take you a lot of practice. Her rot bloom is nothing but an opportunity for you to heal and then get some damage. If you go to the left or right underneath it, she'll never hit you. Or you can even run to it and then run away from it and roll backwards and she'll never hit you. That was my fault where I got stabbed in the throat because I didn't roll at the end. I just wanted to film a full fight, or to actually put in an entire fight from start to finish. But yeah, anyway. When she does that switch motion, try to get into the habit of rolling into it instead of away from it. That way you'll be able to punish afterwards. Just make sure you roll as soon as she finishes it, because sometimes she'll hit you with a backswing and it's pretty much an instant death. And when you're using your Ash of War, you will break her stance a lot of times and it will stop her from doing an attack. It can even stop her from waterfowl dancing, but it's not recommended. You can also hit her in the face with a frost pot. Usually we would call that strategy, but you know, like I said, Elden Ring was meant to be played as a fucking level 1 wretch with a club, so using any weapon is really kind of frowned upon. I'm just kidding. She's not impossible. She is hard. I'm not going to say that she's not. That shit just sounds condescending when people say it, if you ask me. She just takes some practice. Anyway, I hope this helps at least one person. Please like, subscribe. I plan to put out more videos here soon. Y'all be easy.
Your strength, extraordinary.